All right, welcome everybody. So if you don't know me, my name is Jemma and I'm the Residence Hall Association president. And before we officially start tonight, I asked Riley if I could speak about something important to me that is often misunderstood and misrepresented in our world today. And that is autism. April is an important month as it is Autism Acceptance Month. Autism spectrum disorder is a lifelong developmental disorder. The effect of ASD and the severities of its symptoms are different in each person. Autism is not an illness. Autism is just a different way of how the brain functions. In the media today, autism also often has a bad connotation due to hate rhetoric spread through hate groups like Autism Tweets and the lack of knowledge of autism. In order to combat this bad connotation, it is important to not speak over autistic people. Nobody knows what it's like to be autistic more than autistic people. And the most important thing that you can do is boost the voice of autistic people and respect, accept, and love. And here are some foundations that you could support: the Autistic Women and Non-Binary Network, the Asperger and Autism Network, and the Autism Science Foundation. They all do great jobs to help out the autistic community, and if you could help in any way, any help is appreciated. All right,
Good evening and welcome to the 2020-2021 National Residence Hall Honorary and Residence Hall Association Recognition Reception. We are so excited to be welcoming new members, recognizing our graduating seniors, and recognizing of the year nominees for their hard work this past academic year. Thank you all of you for attending and making the impacts you make on a daily basis. Our theme this year is spring, representing new beginnings, personal growth, and the end of a long and cold winter. It's no secret that this past year has been a rough one, but the fact that we've been able to come together as a community here at Truman to keep each other safe throughout this pandemic is really a beautiful thing. As the flowers bloom, the sun shines brighter, and life starts to spring forth onto our campus, we're beginning to see the end of the preceding year's struggles. We've still got some ways to go, but we're a strong community, and we'll get there. Over the past month, NRHH has been growing some flowers of our own, flowers of recognition. And tonight, they are finally ready to bloom. But before we begin tonight, I would like to introduce the hardworking and tenacious group who have made this year happen, the NRHH Executive Board. So my name is Riley Dawkins. I am the president, as you can see on the upper left corner there. Our Vice President of Administration in the lower left and the lower right corner is Jack Ratliff. Our Vice President of Recognition and Service in the lower left corner is Randy Hartman. And our Vice President of Membership and Recruitment in the top right corner is Heidi Eisman. I would now like to introduce our first speaker, Heidi, who will describe a little more who we are as an organization.
Before moving forward with the evening, we wanted to take a moment to explain the organization we represent. The National Residence Hall Honorary, commonly referred to as NRHH, is the only nationwide international organization that exclusively recognizes leaders in university residence halls who have committed themselves to values of recognition and service. With chapter membership consisting of the top 1% of campus leaders, NRHH promotes excellence within the residence halls. The honorary is symbolized by the colors of blue and white. Blue signifies loyalty to self, purpose, and ideals. White signifies a blank page, a page on which the students write the successes and experience that fill their days, especially those that take place on campus.
The honorary is also symbolized by a diamond, the world's most precious gem. The gem signifies the value and beauty one finds in their college experience. The diamond surrounds the letters of the organization, which are encased in a trapezoid, as well as 3 interconnected links, the chain of leadership. The first chain of the link represents caring. Leaders are people who care. They are concerned about themselves and others and are committed to making things better. The second link signifies dedication. Part of a leader's commitment is the dedication to ideals and causes which they display to others. Dedication is an important part of the involvement required to be a truly effective leader. The third link represents participation. True leaders participate fully in their academic pursuits, friendships, activities, and lives. Leaders do not sit on the sidelines, but are complete team players. Together, the unbroken chain symbolizes the never-ending leadership found in membership with NRHH.
Each month, individuals have the opportunity to write Of the Month awards, which highlight the amazing things that go on around campus that aren't always recognized. There are different levels of recognition, and these awards can reach starting at the campus level, the regional level, and finally national level. This academic year, 54 OTMs were submitted, and of those 34 were campus winners. 12 were regional winners, and 6 were MACURH winners. Anyone on campus is eligible to write an Of the Month award nomination. You can visit our website, nrhh.truman.edu, for more details.
There is a tradition in NRHH in which our goal as leaders is boiled down to its essence through a story, the Starfish Story. This story is told across the nation at NRHH chapter inductions, and we would like to share it with you tonight. Once upon a time, there was an elder who used to go to the ocean and be there writing. They had a habit of walking the beach every morning before they began their work. Early one morning, they were walking along the shore after a big storm had passed and found the vast beach littered with starfish as far as the eye could see, stretching in both directions. Off in the distance, the elder noticed a young child approaching. As the child walked, they paused every so often, and as they grew closer, the elder could see that the child was occasionally bending down to pick up an object and throw it into the sea. The child came closer still, and the elder called out, "Good morning. May I ask what it is that you're doing?"
The young child paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide has washed them up onto the beach, and they can't return to the sea by themselves," the youth replied. "When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back into the water." The elder replied, "But there must be tens of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you won't really be able to make that much of a difference." The young child bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it as far as they could into the ocean. Then they turned, smiled, and said, "I made a difference to that one."
Next is the new member inductions. So the recognition reception has traditionally been a home to our spring induction ceremony. And we would like to take a moment to recognize the newest diamond in our chapter. The soon-to-be member has already upheld the values of NRHH in an outstanding way within the residence halls, and we are certain that the contributions we'll make as a NRHH member will be invaluable. Please join me in congratulating the newest member of the Bess Truman chapter of NRHH, Trent Burge. Before gaining full membership into the National Residence Hall Honorary, each candidate is to receive the official membership pin formed in the shape of a diamond to represent the honorary, as well as the official membership certificate. Each candidate must also take the honorary's oath. So, initiate, please repeat after me. I state your full name.
All right, I, Trent Burge,
Agree to uphold and honor
agree to uphold and honor
all the principles, values, and beliefs
all the principles, values, and beliefs
of the Truman State University Bess Chapter
of the Truman State University Bess Chapter
of the National Residence Hall Honorary.
of the National Residence Hall Honorary.
I promise to be an active member
I promise to be an active member
and will continue upholding the traditions
and will continue upholding the traditions
of recognition, leadership,
leadership,
and service.
and service.
In my efforts to serve this chapter,
In my efforts to serve this chapter,
I will uphold the NRHH Constitution
I will uphold the NRHH Constitution
and represent
and represent
the Truman State Bess Chapter
the Truman State Bess Chapter
to the best of my abilities.
to the best of my abilities.
Please join me in congratulating our new inductee of NRHH. One of the primary reasons we have gathered tonight is to recognize those who have made incredible contributions to the campus and residence halls. It could be said that without these contributions, the campus would have suffered drastically. Recognition of these individuals and organizations has been done in the form of the Year Awards. Before we begin, I would like to thank everyone who wrote an Of the Year nomination. Without you, this evening would not exist.
The first award is the Student Staff Member of the Year Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize an individual in a student staff position that has worked to create a positive experience for a residential community. The nominees for this award are Allison Payne, Heidi Royer, and Tucker Murray. The recipient of this award tonight is someone who has kept a positive attitude, continuously been a team player, and shown kindness through their actions during a time when their residents might have felt scared or uncomfortable. As a new community coordinator for the 2020-2021 school year, they played a pivotal role in setting up the quarantine process for the year and went above and beyond to ensure that their residents felt safe during this trying time. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Student Staff Member of the Year, Tucker Murray.
Congratulations, Tucker. The next award is the Resident Assistant of the Year Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize an individual on the resident hall staff who has worked with and impacted residents on their floor or in their hall. The nominees for this award are Liesl Van Horn and Jennifer Vaughn. The recipient of this award is a wonderful leader and is dedicated to spreading positivity throughout the residence halls. Through their hard work to unite their hall this year, their willingness to adopt extra responsibilities even in inconvenient times, and their ability to remain positive in hard situations, they have been able to impact our community in tremendous ways. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Resident Assistant of the Year, Liesl Van Horn.
Congratulations, Liesl. The next award is the Residential Community of the Year Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize our residential community and what this community has done and how they have supported others. The nominees for this award are Missouri Hall 4 North and the Ryle Hall staff. The recipients of this award have used the pandemic as an opportunity to become closer to one another. Through movie nights, D&D campaigns, and late night talks, they have built a strong community that has been able to help them cope with the stress of COVID-19. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Residential Community of the Year, Missouri Hall 4 North.
Congratulations, Missouri Hall 4 North. The next award is the Student of the Year Award. This award is meant to recognize a student who is in at least their second year at Truman State University and has gone above and beyond this year. The nominees for this award are Jessica Ublody, Rainey Hartman, and Robert Campbell. The recipient of this award is someone who has been an incredibly dedicated leader on their campus this past year. Not only are they preparing to step into the role of ACT's president, but they are a tutor who strives toward providing the students of Truman State with unforgettable experiences and skills in chemistry, which they will continue to use in their future careers. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Student of the Year, Jessica Ublody.
Rachel, you are currently muted. Sorry. You're still muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, congratulations, Jess. This next award is the Institution Faculty / Staff of the Year Award. This award is meant to recognize an outstanding member of the Truman community who has gone above and beyond in the past year. The nominees for this award are Dr. William Alexander, Dr. Brian Lamp, Dr. David Garth, Dr. Nancy Daly Moore, Dr. Brian Cuban, and Michelle Howell. The recipient of this award is someone who always came to class prepared, setting clear objectives for themselves and for their students with expectations made abundantly clear. They are also a research advisor as well as the supervisor for the Women's Resource Center. In addition to this, they were the head of the contact tracing efforts at Truman, and therefore had a fundamental role in our response to the pandemic. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Institution Faculty Staff of the Year, Dr. Nancy Daly Moore.
Congratulations, Nancy. This next award is the Executive Board Member of the Year Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize exemplary efforts and contributions of an RHA and RHH Executive Board member. The nominees for this award are Riley Dawkins and Jemma Walker. The recipient of this award is someone who virtually no previous experience not only took the initiative to step up and accept one of the most difficult leadership positions within their organization when no one else would, they excelled in it. As president, they began early in the summer of 2020 and became one of Truman's MACURH representatives, attended conferences, gathered data for an initiative to provide electric car charging stations for on-campus residents, and so much more, not only meeting but exceeding all expectations of their role. In addition to this daunting list of responsibilities of that position, they took on the role of other executive positions when they were found vacant over the course of the year. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Executive Board Member of the Year, Jemma Walker.
Congratulations, Jemma. This next award is the Residence Life Professional Staff of the Year Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize the outstanding contributions of a residence life staff on faculty on campus. The nominees of this award are Lanton Nason Brewer Custodial Staff and Jamie Van Boxel. The recipient of this award consistently went above and beyond their role as the Director of Residence Life over the course of the year. In addition to absorbing the responsibilities of vacancies within the Resident Life Department, they also put in countless hours coordinating the university's quarantine and isolation housing operations. If that weren't enough, they also created a social justice committee within the Residence Life Department to ensure that an effort was made to encourage socially just communities within our residence halls. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Residence Life Professional Staff of the Year, Jamie Van Boxel.
Congratulations, Jamie. This next award is the Organization of the Year Award. Organizations across campus work tirelessly to develop student leaders and to contribute to a unique and truly valuable on-campus experience. This award is meant to recognize one outstanding organization for their hard work and growth over this year. The nominees for this award are the Student Public Health Association and Psi Zeta chapter of Beta Beta Beta. The recipient of this award is an organization that, in the midst of a global pandemic, was able to rise to the occasion and still have an impact on the community while navigating the hectic new normal. While providing an abundance of leadership opportunities for its members, the organization focused its efforts on educating members of Truman's community about proper nutrition, COVID-19, social distancing, and proper hand washing, as well as raising awareness for World Alzheimer's Day. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Organization of the Year, the Student Public Health Association.
Congratulations, Student Public Health Association. This next award is the Community Service Program of the Year Award. This award recognizes a service or philanthropic program that benefits a group, charity, or other organization. The nominees for this award are Give Thanks and Give Back. The recipient of this award is a program that provided families in need with the food to have a Thanksgiving dinner that they would not have been able to provide for themselves. The program offered people the opportunity to give monetary or food item donations to help support the families in need. With the help of the Truman community, the program was able to raise almost $1,000 and about 150 items to provide families in the Kirksville community not only with enough food for a Thanksgiving dinner, but also with enough food to last about a week after. Not only did this program make an impact on the lives of several Kirksville families during the holiday season, but it also provided a way for students at Truman to make a difference in their community. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Community Service Program of the Year, Give Thanks and Give Back.
Congratulations, Give Thanks and Give Back. This next award is the Spotlight of the Year award. This award recognizes anything on campus that does not fall into any of the other categories previously mentioned. The nominees for this award are Squirrel Fight Club. The recipient of this award was born out of Truman's love for squirrels. As an online fan club for the squirrels that call Truman State University home, it focuses on promoting the squirrels of Truman's campus and creating an inclusive environment for the Truman community to bond over their love and passion for squirrels. With a unique ranking system for each submission and a championship bracket that is voted on each semester, this club has played an important role in creating welcoming and inclusive online environments throughout the year. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 Spotlight of the Year, Squirrel Fight Club.
We would now like to pause here and take a moment to mention our graduating seniors. These individuals have met the standards and expectations set out by the Bess Truman chapter of NRHH on a campus, regional, and national level. These individuals are being recognized due to their significant contributions to our NRHH chapter and have devoted countless hours to the ideals of scholastics, service, recognition, and leadership. When your name is called, please come to the front to receive your graduation cords. I am pleased to recognize the following graduating seniors. Emily Ubalodi. Riley B. Dawkins. Carly Minahan. They have all made it to the end of their Truman journey, and we look forward to seeing how much better the world will become for having them in it. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to this chapter.
Congratulations to all the 2020 of 2021 of the Year Awards winners. Next, the National Residence Hall Honoree and the Residence Hall Association would like to recognize some amazing people with the bronze pin and the outstanding service leader, outstanding leadership pin.
The bronze pin. This pin is the highest individual honor given by the RHA or NRHH president. The pin shall be awarded to individuals who have provided leadership and direction to their campus organizations.
Our first pin tonight is going to an individual who has stepped up to become an important part of the Residence Hall community this past year and for the next year to come. Simply starting out in the Residence Hall Council as a historian, this person has become more than that by joining RHA and accepting the roles of our National Communication Coordinator and Training and our Public Relations Chair. Maddie Morris has done a great job managing all of these positions and creating a fun, positive atmosphere within RHA. As our National Communication Coordinator and Training, Maddie will be stepping into the role of our National Communicator Coordinator position at next academic year, and I cannot be happier to have her in that role.
Our next bronze pin goes out to someone who's been a cornerstone of RHA for the past 2 years. Elected to the position of treasurer at the beginning of last spring semester, this student has gone above and beyond in their efforts to become acquainted with RHA's financial standings, to reorganize them, and to put them on new legs. He is never afraid to reach out whenever he has a question about RHA's financial history, and the work he has done in the past year has been foundational to our continued success as an organization. For all of these reasons, I would like to award Christian Martso with this next bronze pin.
Our next bronze pin is going to our current national communication coordinator, who has handled being our national liaison to MACURH and MACURH during the middle of a global pandemic extremely well. Riddled in uncertainty and often taking actions to her own hand, Madison Post has guided our delegation to multiple regional conferences and is very much deserving of this bronze pin.
Our next bronze pin goes out to someone who's just beginning their journey at Truman. As a first-year student, they have already proved to be a great leader on their campus. Between being the president of the Centennial Hall Council, the secretary of the Residence Hall Association, and now the newest member of the National Residence Hall Honorary, he has shown his dedication to his fellow students on this campus. Because of this, I would like to give this bronze pin to Trent Burge.
The following next bronze pin is going to an individual in student government who has been fighting for gender-neutral housing this past year and is forefronting a committee to develop the gender-neutral housing policy. With all of this tremendous work they have done and currently are doing for the underrepresented in our residential community, I'm happy to give this bronze pin to Lizzie Kramer for all of their hard work.
This next bronze pin goes out to someone who has demonstrated tremendous leadership in the past year. During this pandemic, organizations have struggled relentlessly with membership and finding ways to socialize safely. Despite these difficulties, this recipient has managed to put together 2 amazing recruitment processes, run a number of awesome social events, and help keep the Best Truman chapter of NRHH as safe and wonderful a place to be as it is. Because of these immense contributions, this outstanding leadership, and this immense care, I would like to give this next bronze pin to Heidi Eisman.
The last bronze pin I am giving out is to someone who has shown leadership through their advocacy with RHA and is trying to better the living environment of the Truman residential community. As an important aspect of RHA is our ability to create legislation for the residential community. I am grateful to give this bronze pin to J.D. Adair for helping to make Truman's residence community a better place.
Our last bronze pin tonight goes out to someone who has grown immensely in the past year. This chapter member was inducted into NRHH during the beginning of a pandemic, and during their first semester, they made an effort to come out to most of our social events, participate regularly in meetings, and to get to know the rest of the chapter. During their second semester, they were elected to the Vice President of Administration position, and they have demonstrated excellent leadership through that role. Because of their outstanding contributions to the chapter and exemplary growth therein, I would like to give this final bronze pin to Jack Ratliff.
All right. Tonight, we're not only recognizing individuals who have made immense impacts on the Truman community, but the Kirksville community as well. The Outstanding Service Award is designed to recognize those who have demonstrated outstanding support and service to the Residence Hall and Truman's campus.
Our first Outstanding Service Award tonight goes out to someone who has taken the virtue of service to heart this year. It can be difficult as an organization to plan a wide-reaching service event during a pandemic. This person organized one all by themselves. During the fall semester, they organized the Give Thanks and Give Back food drive, which was an amazing success that provided food to so many Kirksville families in need. Because of this dedication to serving her community, I would like to give this first outstanding service pin to Anna Bradford.
Our next outstanding service award is going to someone who's been an integral part of the residential community. This year has been challenging for Res Life workers, as Ryle, our biggest residence hall, was without a hall director. The other hall directors have taken responsibilities of the Ryle Hall Director position, yet a vital piece linking all of this together in Ryle has been Ryle's Community Coordinator. This person has done so much to help her residence community and has been there to support those in need. And with all that, I would like to present the Outstanding Service Award to Margot Meltz.
This next Outstanding Service Award goes out to someone who has a tremendous impact on residential life this past year. They were already mentioned once before tonight, but they are certainly deserving of further recognition for all that they do. In addition to the work they've put into their role as a CC, they are an active member of our NRHH chapter who took the time to be a Diamond Mentor this semester. They have also taken the steps to rush Blue Key, an amazing service organization where they are sure to make waves. For all of the hard work that they have done this year to serve their Truman community, I would like to give this next pin to Tucker Murray.
This next Outstanding Service Award I'm honored to give out is to a hall director that has been who has done so much for our residential community. She is the hall director of B&B in Dobson and the first 3 floors of Ryle. She has helped guide the B&B and Dobson Health Council and helped mentor student advisors in these buildings. She does an amazing job, and I'm honored to give this Outstanding Service pin to Kayla Harris.
Our next Outstanding Service Award goes to someone who has had a tremendous impact on our community this past year. As a new student advisor as of the fall 2020 semester, they've had to navigate their house through a pandemic without any previous SA experience to go off of. Despite these challenges, they've still managed to hold house dinners, house events, and create an active house scrutiny. In addition to this, they've helped to prevent the West Campus suites from flooding on 2 separate occasions, which I am aware of. I would like to give this next Outstanding Service pin to Allison Payne.
The next Outstanding Service Award is going to a very dedicated worker in the Res Life's office. Often the person who answers the phone calls and emails, Allie Holloway, does a lot for the residential community. She helps students find the answers that they are looking for whether answering them directly or seeking answers for them. Allie does an excellent job and is very deserving of this award.
This next Outstanding Service Award goes out to someone who has already made a substantial impact on their community in just their first year at Truman. As a newly inducted member of NRHH, they have been highly involved in service projects, recognition projects, and chapter social events. They're all involved leaders in I would like to thank first Thompson.
The last Outstanding Service Award that I'm giving out is an individual who is our residential community. He is a leader who has helped our community get through the pandemic and has continuously taken the time to support both RHA and NRHH. This person has dealt with more crises in their first 2 years at Truman than should be reasonably expected, and yet has handled them with grace. For their amazing dedication to this campus and its community, I would like to give this last Outstanding Service pin to Jamie Van Bossel.
All right, so the Rick Cazzato Jr. Golden Pen Award helps to recognize a student who has written the highest quality OTMs during the academic school year. This award is named after previous NRHH chapter president, Rick Cazzato Jr. The recipient of this award has written 5 campus-winning OTMs, 3 MACURH-winning OTMs, and 1 MACURH-winning OTM. Tonight's Rick Cazzato Jr. Golden Pen Award is being awarded to Margot Motes. Every year, NRHH recognizes one of their newer chapter members as the Outstanding New Member of the Year. They are someone who has, in their first year of member or semester, shown immense growth in and out of the chapter. Tonight, this award is going to someone who has done this to infinity and beyond, as a great hero of mine once put it. In just their first year as an active member of NRHH, they have not only been an incredibly active and involved member of the chapter, but they have been one of its leaders. This chapter member was elected to the executive board as the vice president of administration at the end of their first semester, and they took on that responsibility headfirst. In addition to this, they became a diamond mentor during the same semester that they were a diamond mentee. This is our big little system for those who don't know. Every chapter meeting, they show up dressed in an outfit representative of our meeting thing, and the amount of happiness things like that spread, amongst all of us is truly wonderful and significant. Just 2 weeks ago, they were elected to the position of NRHH president. Later tonight, I will be handing things off to them as that new president. But for now, I would like to recognize Jack Bradford as the NRHH Outstanding New Member of the Year. NRHH also recognizes one annual Outstanding Chapter Member of the Year. This is an active member who has gone above and beyond in their contributions to the chapter. Tonight, I would like to recognize an individual who has had a particularly profound impact on the chapter this year. As the Vice President of Recognition and Service, they have consistently had a recognition or service activity prepared for every single chapter meeting this year where they could possibly have one. They have been on top of reminding chapter members about OTMs, helping them submit OTMs, and helping them navigate the new OTM database. They also created a new way to record OTM voting, as the database does not allow for such things. Despite their incredibly busy schedule, they always take time out for NRHH. They are a beam of sunlight in this chapter, and throughout the trying times imposed upon us by this pandemic that we are in, they have been one of the guiding forces of our chapter. For their outstanding contributions to NRHH, the leadership and growth they have shown over the past year, and the light they bring to our chapter, I would like to recognize Rainey Hartman as the Outstanding Chapter Member of the Year. Our next award this evening is the Bradford Peace Distinguished Service Award. The Bradford Peace Distinguished Service Award helps to honor former RHA President and Regional Board Member Bradford Peace for his service to RHA and the MACURH region. The memorabilia shall be awarded to an individual who has provided significant service and a direction to the association. Tonight, it is going out to someone who fits that criteria to a T. They have devoted so much of their time and energy to RHA that, as a past president of the association myself, I am quite frankly impressed. In the past year, they have guided RHA in a very different direction than it has usually gone. By pursuing new projects, working together with student government, and conducting campus-wide surveys, they've put RHA in the position where it can start making some significant and genuine change in the years to come. I look forward to seeing where they continue to lead RHA during the coming year. And I'm so proud of them for how far they've come and for all they've accomplished. I would like to award this year's Bradford Peace Distinguished Service Award to Jemma Walker.
Tonight, we would also like to announce that we have nominated Jordan Gregory and Riley Dawkins for the Farm, which is a regional affiliate MACURH Alumni Association. RHA at Truman has not been around forever. It began in September of 1976, when the then president of Ryle Hall organized his first meeting. This leader, Robin Kampmann, is the person responsible for all the service, leadership, and growth that the members of RHA at Truman would have been able to experience the last 43 years. Because of this, RHA's constitution contains an award known as the R. Kampmann Distinguished Leader Award, and I am proud to honor our last award this evening to a person who has gone above and beyond this academic year for becoming Missouri's new community coordinator after having worked as the student advisor in Centennial Hall. She is also now our national communication coordinator for this academic year. For everything she has given to our residential community and everything she will give, Madison Post has become an amazing leader.
Alrighty, I believe that this is now the time where I will give an address. So, 1 year ago, I was sworn in as the president of this chapter. I had just finished my term as president of the Residence Hall Association, and we were all separated from each other in the midst of a global pandemic. Then the summer came and went, and we finally got to come back up to Truman. Arriving early with the rest of the executive board, we helped out with Freshman Movement Week, got very badly sunburned, and finalized our plans to keep our chapter safe during this pandemic. This year has been unusual, to say the least, and even quite scary at times. Despite that, I am thankful to each and every one of you for sticking with us while we worked out technical difficulties at meetings and implemented our safety protocols. Despite the challenges we faced this year, our chapter has still managed to hold regular, safe, in-person and hybrid meetings and social events. We have still managed to do regular service projects, large-scale service projects, and recognition projects. We were able to put together that amazing leadership lock-in. We became our own independent organization this year for the first time since 2012, and we came in second place regionally during the National Residence Hall Month. We had 2 strong recruitment seasons, and meeting attendance was virtually perfect across the board, with all chapter members being either present or excused at every single meeting this year, which is unheard of in most organizations and is something that I am immensely proud of each and every one of you for. We also had 3 times as many MACURH winning OTMs as last year. And I must say that we have managed to put on quite a lovely recognition reception tonight. The challenges posed by this past year were immense, but we rose to face them. I cannot even begin to tell you how proud I am to be in this chapter with all of you. Now, to my executive board from this past year. Brandon, you have been a driving force in this chapter since day one. There were so many times this year where I don't know what we would have done without you. Even now, tonight, as an alumni, you have stepped in to help us put together this reception. I can't possibly thank you enough for all that you've done this year, and I just want you to know that your hard work means the world to all of us. Rainey, you are a ray of sunshine in this chapter. I know I said that earlier, but I felt like it was necessary to say it again. You have been so dedicated to this organization and the people in it ever since you joined, and I'm sure that each and every chapter member has at least one story about how you've had a wonderful impact on their experience as a member of NRHH. Heidi, you are the pillar of NRHH that holds us all together. You have done an amazing job this year of leading us through both of our recruitment seasons, and I couldn't be prouder of you for it. The social events you've organized have helped us come together during these hard times and have helped to shine a little bit of sunshine in our days. And Jack, you are the next president of our chapter. You have already had a tremendous impact in just your first year here, and I look forward to seeing the heights that your leadership will help us reach. It's a big responsibility, but having worked with you this past year, I am 150% certain that you will be able to meet that responsibility with flying colors. To the rest of you, Emily, Carly, Rachel, Margo, Jess, Anna, Tucker, Allison, David, and now Trent. Thank you. It's all of your hard work that makes all of this possible. You are the life and the soul of this chapter. As president, there have been many stressful moments and overwhelming days. There have even been some scary moments considering the pandemic we currently find ourselves in. However, at the end of the day, it was all of you who made all of this worth it. I loved getting to run our chapter meetings, getting to come to our social events, and getting to lead this chapter. I loved all of these things because I got to work with all of you while I was doing them. You should be succeed students as leaders in your community and as members of this chapter has made all of the struggles and the stress worth it. There are a lot of things I've come to love about Truman in my time here, but my favorite thing of all is being right here with all of you. I love NRHH. I love this chapter, and I am so honored to have had the opportunity to be your president. Thank you for everything, y'all. All right, to all recently elected 2021-2022 NRHH Executive Board members, please come to the front of the room or unmute your microphone if attending virtually to be recognized and to take the oath of office. All right, so the incoming president for the 2021-2022 academic year is Jack Ratliff. The incoming vice president of recognition and service for the 2021-2022 academic year is Allison Payne. The incoming vice president of membership and recruitment for the 2021-2022 academic year is Rachel Vincent. And the incoming interim vice president of administration is Rainey Hartman. Would you all please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will lead with diligence and faithfulness and fulfill to the best of my ability all of my duties within the Constitution as an officer of the National Residence Hall Honorary. I will work to uphold the values of recognition and service in my everyday life and in the lives of others. At Truman State University, while creating an inclusive environment to foster positivity and community, beyond and within the best Truman chapter of the National Residence Hall Honorary. Good job. All right, congratulations to the 2021-2022 Executive Board. You may now be seated, aside from Jack, to whom I now officially pass the symbolic reins of our chapter. I got some rings right here. You need to take. I got it. All right.
Thank you. Tonight is a momentous and bittersweet occasion. We are here to celebrate a wonderful and successful year, honor the achievements of our members, and change the guard. However, we are also watching three of our seniors move on: Emily, Carly, and Riley. Throughout the past year, we have watched three other seniors graduate in the winter: Brandon, Caroline, and Olivia. We thank each of you for your contributions to this organization, and we will miss you. but we know you will accomplish great things in the next chapters of your lives. It is with the utmost humility and honor that I take the position of president of the Bess Truman chapter of the National Residence Hall Honorary. I was inducted a year ago, and my time serving in this organization has been incredibly fulfilling. I look forward to serving in my capacity as president, and I will strive to continue the legacy of leadership, recognition, and service. With your help, I aim to make NRHH the on-campus organization I know it can be, an organization that serves the interest of its members, its campus, and its community. Over the next year, I aim to create bold new partnerships with other on-campus organizations. These partnerships will help the Bess Truman chapter become more involved in the conversation regarding policy here on campus, not just giving us a seat at the table, but also a voice to speak up. These partnerships will ensure that our Truman community is not just a group of organizations serving their own self-interests, but a cohesive community that works to better Truman State University. I also plan to create new partnerships in the Kirksville community. We live in Kirksville for the majority of the year, and the least we can do is give back to the community that has given so much to us. In this expansion of our role, we will work to make Kirksville a better place, not just for our members, not just for our school, but for the community members as a whole. An expansion of our role means an expansion of responsibility, and as such, I will need the help of each and every member of the Bess Truman chapter. It will not be easy, but as President John F. Kennedy so eloquently stated, we do this and other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. To close, I would like to thank my predecessor, Riley Dawkins. Your insight, leadership, and friendship has been invaluable, and I will cherish it long after I leave NRHH. You have done an excellent job running this organization for the last year, and I am honored to take on this position after the wonderful job you have done. I would also like to thank the executive board for the last year. You have been wonderful to work with, and it has been an honor to serve with you all. I would like to thank Brandon Ingley for his continued support, not just as our former Vice President of Administration, but in planning the event. I would also like to thank my members on the Leadership Committee. I have enjoyed my time as the head of your committee, and you all have been a joy to work with. Last, I would like to thank each member of the Bess Truman chapter for your confidence in voting for me, despite all the other extremely qualified candidates that chose not to run. All jokes aside, we have had a wonderful year, and it would not have been possible without the hard work of each of our members. Through Zoom calls, socially distanced meetings, masking, and lots of sanitizer, we found a way to not only continue, but thrive. I appreciate the hard work, dedication, and patience of each member over the last year. Thank you all, and I look forward to serving as your president for the upcoming year. Thank you.
All right. I'm not a good speechwriter, so I'm too long. So last spring, I started in NRHA as just a representative for the Royal Hall Council. Not really knowing what RHA was really about and not really doing a lot, I soon found joy in helping to create events for the organization and on this campus. Sadly, due to the pandemic and us leaving and not coming back after spring break, I was never able to see one of these events we planned to come into light. Later on in that semester, Margot, who was the current programming chair at the time, nominated me for the programming chair for this academic year. At the end of the semester, I was revealed as the programming chair for this academic year. However, as summer came, no one was elected into the presidential position of RHA. Our exec board had a couple options to deal with this issue, but ultimately it came down to having someone step into the position. I stepped up and became the president of RHA in the summer. I started to realize that I could do a lot of changes as the president with the residential community. As this academic year was, let's just say, different, event holding was kind of unrealistic at the most. I looked better in the organization instead and the residential community. I started with creating the position of the Diversity Inclusivity Chair for RHA. This person would hold the responsibility to help the underrepresented individuals within our residential community and at RHA. I then moved on to helping transgender students and gender nonconforming students. And I had, as a transgender woman, had some difficulty with life. With Jamie's help, we added some language into the housing application, which cleared some confusion for these students to find a comfortable living environment at Truman. I am continuing this work as I'm a part of a committee which is developing a policy for gender neutral housing at Truman, which will be hopefully passed by the Board of Governors later this year. I hope to continue my work in the following academic year as the RHA president again, but I'm already grateful for everything that I've accomplished. And I am grateful for the amazing group of people that I'm surrounded by every single day. Thank you for everyone who helps make this organization great, and I hope everyone has a great rest of the semester and summer.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rainey Hartman. I was the outgoing Vice President of Recognition and Service and the incoming interim Vice President of Administration for the National Residence Hall Honorary. As our evening of recognition comes to a close, I would like to personally thank every one of you for joining us tonight, whether it was virtually or in person. I would also like to thank the rest of the NRHH Executive Board, especially Riley for all he did tonight, the RHA Executive Board, David Botten, our alumni tech master, Brandon Ingley, all of NRHA and RHA, and everyone else who helped to make this night possible. It is truly a blessing to work with such an amazing community of dedicated people. As we begin to wrap up an academic year that brought both triumphs and tribulations, and a whole new meaning to the word unprecedented, I am incredibly proud to acknowledge each of the people and organizations recognized tonight, and all those who went above and beyond for the good of others over the course of this year. I'd like to close with a quote from Steve Maraboli that I think is fitting after a night of recognizing service and acts of kindness. He said, "A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal." Thank you all for attending. Have a great night, and we hope to see you again next year.